Hey, what's up, guys? And I got this idea about, a crossover between Naruto and Jujutsu Kaisen, but mostly in the Naruto world, but taking all the elements from Jujutsu Kaisen. What if Naruto had godlike curse energy, even with a new ability that makes the six eyes look weak? So yeah, let us make Naruto the only curse user within his own universe in a very special way and see how that turns out. Would it make him a hero or a villain? Or something entirely new? Something that has never been seen before? Something unique? Something special? Well, if you want part 2 of this, just go ahead and tell me down below so I can continue. And don't forget to go ahead and comment your ideas on any of the latest posts and I'll jot them down for future use. So without further ado or wasting any more time, let's begin now, guys. Naruto Uzumaki was different. He knew that since he was old enough to walk the streets of Konoha alone, while other children saw smiling and frowning, he saw more. He saw the darkness that clung to people like smoke, a thick suffocating fog, and it always moved. It poured off the villagers in waves whenever he looked at them, twisting through the air like the air itself was alive with shadows. Fear, pain, hate. He didn't have word for it back then. Only thing he knew was people carried more of it when he looked at them, when they were in his presence. The darkness was always around. Everything changed when he was 6 years old. Aruka. He was teaching the children how to understand their chakra. He smiled at them. Today, we're going to awaken your chakras, he said. You see, while they were born with chakra, it wasn't just that they could use it like that. They were children, lacking the knowledge, lacking the understanding. They had to learn to search out that feeling, to finally allow their system to know that it was going to be producing constantly and rippling through their coils. The children were excited as they whispered and talked amongst themselves. 6-year-old Naruto Uzumaki remained where he was, observing quietly as Aruka continued on. Chakra is the life energy that flows through all individuals. It's a combination of physical energy and spiritual energy. When you learn to control it, you will be able to perform ninjutsu, genjutsu, and so much more. One by one, Aruka taught the students. He showed them in a group. He focused on those that had difficulties. However, Naruto was amongst the large group. He closed his eyes and did what he was told. He felt and reached for something warm within his stomach. However, he felt something cold, something heavy, something wrong. And it wasn't just in his stomach. It was all around him, from his fingers to his toes. All that darkness that he's been seeing his whole life, the weight that poured off of Aruka, the teachers, all of them. Finally, he reached out towards it, allowing it to finally pull into him. It was like an instinct took over as Naruto reached. And then the world screamed, as for the first time, the first of anyone in this world, Naruto Uzumaki did the impossible. He did something that no other shinobi, no other person that ever walked the elemental nation was capable of doing. He learned. how to control the cursed energy that was flowing around him. Unfortunately though, controlling it meant that he now had a grasp on it. But it was large, suffocating. It exploded, not in a way to blast everyone away. It washed over the children. It gave headaches, made their stomach turn. One girl dropped as she started to cry. Several others forcefully going down to their knees. The sensation started to spread through the wall, through the floor, through the streets. Across Konoha, shinobi stopped, civilians looked up. The clenching sensation spreading through them. Hiruzen Sarutobi stopped what he was doing, as he was in the process of writing something. What the hell is that? He was concerned by the suffocating sensation. As for Naruto, the darkness that he was capable of seeing was no longer just around. It was being pulled into him from everywhere. The cold weight settled on his chest and spread through his limbs, his mind. For a moment he felt everything, every ounce of the hate, aimed towards him, every shred of fear, every fragment of pain. It was crushing, drowning, endless. And then it suddenly stopped. Naruto slumped forward, gasping for breath. The darkness was gone, not destroyed but consumed. Unknowingly he absorbed the cursed energy. The sensation passed the class and the rest of the academy. As Naruto stood there, Iruka was on his knees. The children clutching themselves away from Naruto. Iruka, terrified as his voice came as a whisper. Naruto, what did you do? Naruto did not answer. He couldn't answer because he did not know. Within minutes, Anvu had flooded the academy. Naruto was escorted, not roughly, but firmly to the Hokage Tower. As he got in the office, 2 guards flanked his left and right. The old man's expression was calm. Naruto, he said, I need you to tell me what happened. Naruto was looking down towards the floor. I don't know, JJ, he said. I felt something and I pulled it. Hiruzen frowned. A part of him had hoping that Naruto would know. But he knew that was ridiculous, but he was concerned, gravely so. For the safety of everyone and including Naruto as well. He had to lie to Naruto, telling him that they were going to check to see if something was wrong. Well, it was a lie and it was the truth as well. But they merely checked over the seal, and Hiruzen saw that it was firm and in check. Unfortunately though, the next day a lot of parents arrived. They wanted answers. As the children had told them what had taken place, their fear stemmed from knowing exactly what was sealed inside of the boy. Unfortunately though, there was a law in place. Hiruzen stepped up to address them all. It was a minor inconvenience. This had nothing to do with any threat to the village or the safety of their children. They were not satisfied, but it was the Hokage's law. Short of pulling their children from the academy, something their children would not be fond of, there wasn't much else they could do. Naruto, on the other hand, knew there was much that was being kept away from him. He knew there was reasons why they did not seem to like him as much as the other children. And this, he wanted to know what was going on. Weeks passed by. Life returned back to normal. Well, normal for Naruto. But he never stopped thinking about that day. He began to pay attention to those around him and the energy that seemed to come off of them. As he started to see it more and more, Iruka was thin and controlled. Civilians, those who glare at him, those who whisper behind his back, there was a lot of it. Shinobis also carried as well, and it was a bit high. One afternoon, Naruto heard crying from an alleyway. He ventured into said alleyway to see a boy. His knees clutched up against his chest. He was hugging them. He was crying. Yes. As Naruto stopped, something happened inside of him. Without thinking, he reached his hand out. Same as in the classroom. The strange energy responded. It started to twist and turn. The next moment it was pulled. It was heavy, cold. As Naruto took it away, the child that was sobbing suddenly took a breath. He looked up, confused, as if the weight of his sadness had been ripped away. It was like he was drenched in water a moment ago, and his clothing was soaked, and now it was just dry and warm. Naruto stepped back, blinking as he did. I can take it away, Naruto thought to himself. The strange energy had funneled into him though. Naruto made up the name. It was like a curse that followed people their pain. And it was a kind of energy. Thus he started to call it curse energy. And from that day he started to experiment in secret, discovering ways to pull the cursed energy away. He started out small with children. It was like removing the suffocating weight of their emotions, their baggage, their pain. As there was a lot of children that was similar to him in the village. Not in terms of everything, but there was a lot of orphans who has been through a lot. What he did observe, though, he could channel this energy into himself in a way that made him stronger. His punches hit harder. He could jump higher. He moved faster. The academy instructors started to see it, calling it a rapid improvement. They had no idea. Naruto kept it to himself. He didn't know why. He focused and kept it to himself as he started to learn and understand more. By the time he became 7 years old, Naruto regulated the flow. Small amount for speed, large amount for raw power, as he could expand it. He trained alone in the forest, by himself. However, one special event had taken place. Sasuke Uchiha looked at his hands. He was confused. Sasuke had been pushing himself tirelessly because he was drowning. There was so much that he was dealing with. He was drowning under the stress of it all. Many tried to help, but none of them could understand his pain. But yet here he was. He felt better. Hiding behind a tree was Naruto watching him. When Sasuke had returned, after Naruto heard the rumors, Naruto saw the thickest, most twisted. It was like it was alive more than the others, and it was swallowing Sasuke, holding him down. It was the first time that Naruto had drawn something like that in. It was different. However, this was not a cure-all. Naruto did not cure Sasuke. The trauma, it had manifested into something horrendous. What Naruto did was lessen the pain on Sasuke, his emotional stability. Sasuke felt lighter. His mind was quiet, not racing with thoughts. It reduced the impulsive actions in his brain. It lessened the emotional anger and rage. It wasn't happiness, it wasn't peace, it was stillness, allowing him to take a break. Yes, he still wanted to get his revenge, but there was less fatigue. It reduced tension. It gave him better sleep. For the first time in weeks, he slept at night for a good 8 hours. His clan was still dead. His brother was still out there. His goal was still there. But he was no longer being swallowed, no longer being overwhelmed. And Naruto did this without the Uchiha knowing, as he watched him in secret. But Sasuke still had a lot to overcome. He needed time, choices, framework. He needed help. Think of it like he got hurt. What Naruto did was stop the bleeding, but he did not close the wound. But at least Sasuke was better off. If Naruto had allowed this to fester and wait till it was too late, he might have destroyed Sasuke without even knowing. If this had become the foundation to Sasuke's identity, it would have been bad. But Naruto was still learning, still trying his best in secret, observing and trying to understand more. Time passed by. He slowly noticed that his body started to take the cursed energy, as it started to become like a reservoir, turning and twisting together, like a pool expanding. One day Naruto noticed. It was rather odd. Shikamaru Nara, the lazy genius, suddenly just spoke. Yes, they spoke before, but it was the way he said it. "You're weird," he said. But not in a bad way. "You're different." Shikamaru had noticed that Naruto was different than others, in many different ways. "I guess so," said Naruto. Shikamaru was a good person to hang out with. He enjoyed the normalcy of life, watching the clouds and relaxing. And Naruto liked that very much. Slowly, he started to make his big move. The village began to change. The glares and the whispers started to become less hostile. They started to become few and few and few until they were barely there. They did not warm up to him exactly, but the open hatred, it started to vanish away. It was all because of Naruto, as he was passively draining the cursed energy that amplified their negative emotions. That was different from Sasuke completely, because that was built on the fear of him, something they knew, something they understand. And without it, the anger started to lose its edge. They started to heal. Most of them had lost a lot. Without it, they started to reflect. Unfortunately though, for those that had no one left, what Naruto did left them hollow and empty. But Naruto did not know any of this. It became bad for some people, but Naruto went about, not knowing just how much he was changing many others. He got more friends. There was Shikamaru, Choji, Kiba. Things were good. However, deep within Naruto's mindscape, there were certain things that was taking place that he did not know. The constant dragging of cursed energy. Naruto had said it himself, his body was storing it, but just a part of it. So where did the rest of it go? Where was the rest of it being gathered? Deep within his mind, the powerful seal that held the Nine-Tail at bay has been affected over the past couple of years since he learned about his abilities. Chakra was warm, alive, inviting, but this was something else entirely. And now the boy started to absorb more and more and more and more. It started to seep through the bars. It started to affect the seal. It was mixing with the Nine-Tails chakra. The beast started to change. Its eyes glowing a violent purple for a moment. As it tried to resist it, it tried to push away this temptation that it felt. But there was so much of it. The entire place was thick, the fog unbreaking. Unknowing to Naruto, the fox chakra kept on mixing with the cursed energy as well. But it also came with its additional help. Naruto was able to perform the clone jutsu. It wasn't cursed energy, but the amplification of it that stirred the mix with the fox chakra to make the clone. Naruto was able to pass. He was happy. Yes, very much so. However, things took a turn when Naruto decided to train in the forest, but discovered that Mizuki sensei was a traitor. Haruka tried to stop Mizuki. However, Mizuki told Naruto the truth. Naruto stood there as the words hit him. He's always known that there was something. Naruto, don't listen to him. You're not the Nine-Tails. You're Naruto Uzumaki, a shinobi of Konoha. Mizuki laughed. Get out of the way, Haruka, or I'll kill you as well. A tussle took place. However, Aruka was knocked to the side. Mizuki spat and hurled at Naruto with nothing but venom and hate in his tone. Having enough of Aruka interference, Mizuki launched the weapon towards him. Naruto saw the hatred around Mizuki from the cursed energy. Naruto felt his own reservoir exploded outwards. And then everything stopped. Something abnormal. He triggered something. Naruto moved in front of Aruka without hesitation. The man was injured. The massive Fuma shuriken seemed to be suspended in the air. But it did not stop though. It simply missed. The shuriken had missed. Reality had bent for a moment. The weapon trajectory had moved past Naruto. Something, it didn't make sense, but the premise was there. For a moment, Naruto's position became an absolute point in space. A point in space that everything had to move around. It isn't that he stopped the weapon, it just whips by him. Mizuki was confused. It was on direct point. The strange confusing ability subsided, confusing Naruto as well. Mizuki though decided to end it with his fists. Unfortunately for him though, as Naruto's hand became lit, the strange purple energy coursed his fists. Naruto grabbed Mizuki's fist that he tried to hit him with. Naruto cracked it. Surprised by his own strength, he applied enough pressure to cause Mizuki's bones to squeeze together. Naruto drive his other fist in his stomach, blasting Mizuki into a tree. He was knocked out cold, his head hitting a bark with such force. Aruka was stunned, shocked, as Naruto looked at the whipsing energy vanishing away from his hand. Naruto, how? Aruka said. Shocked by how easy Naruto took Mizuki out. Having never fought anyone like this before, it surprised him as well. After which, the Hokage had a pleasant conversation with him, finally revealing the truth. But Naruto kept the truth about his cursed energy to himself, despite it being the perfect moment to reveal it. When Aruka questioned about the Fuma shuriken, Naruto said he simply missed. Mizuki's aim was off, but Naruto knew that was not the case. Something happened. Some strange ability had been triggered and he didn't know exactly what it was. But he would find out. Time skip. Naruto could barely sleep. 3 days. And he was trying to recreate what happened. It missed not because he dodged. Reality itself didn't allow it to hit him. It missed his point. He didn't understand it. He tried everything, meditation, depression, anger, rage. It didn't work though. He didn't understand what triggered that strange ability. The cursed energy, it responded to his command though. He could form the distortion, the purple energy around his fists, his legs. However, what happened with Mizuki? The weapon was aimed towards him and then it just turned. He didn't understand what happened there. It didn't slow down, it did not lose friction, it just turned. Like his body had a strange magnet. He didn't understand it. There were a few components though. Stress and Aruka being in danger. Maybe that was what triggered it. Time skip. Team 7, Sakura, Sasuke and Naruto. That was the roster. The fangirl and the Uchiha. Naruto glanced towards Sasuke. He had been draining away the worst of Sasuke's anguish whenever it surfaced, whenever it manifested. Sasuke was not different outwards, as he kept most of his things to himself. It has been a few years since his clan was wiped out. Then again, you can't really get over something like that. What? Sasuke said, catching Naruto staring at him. Oh, nothing, Naruto said, looking away. Sakura sighed. Why do I have to get stuck with you, she said. As Naruto smiled with a shrug. Guess you were just lucky. It's not that they didn't really get along, it's just... He found most of her actions to be, well, annoying. As she really did not put much work into most things. And unlike most people, he had once called her out for that. So yeah, they had a little back and front most of the time. They were the only ones that had to wait 2 hours. And finally, Kakashi Hatake arrived. And Naruto saw it. However, this was worse than even Sasuke. Something was there, something thick, almost physical. Naruto slowly started to do the same thing for his new sensei. Time skip. Kakashi was alone as he stood by the grave. He was supposed to be doing the bell test, yet here he was. He's felt different since meeting this team. He wondered if it was because of who the team was formed of. Yes, the members, mostly 2 of them to be quite exact, but he felt different. It wasn't that the lingering memories or everything went away. Despite not looking it, Kakashi has been struggling for a long time. But something felt different, new today. Kakashi felt a bit hollow in a way. He couldn't explain it, it was different than his normal feelings. The team tests, the bell test to be more precise, had Sasuke showing what he was made of. Sasuke performing the fireball jutsu. Not many their age could do something like that. Naruto observed and watched carefully. After Sasuke was defeated, my turn. Naruto clenched his fist as the purple energy flickered. Intriguing, Kakashi thought as Naruto charged towards him. Sasuke wasn't that fast. When you compare the two, as Naruto blew him out of the water, it was rather surprising. However, Kakashi leapt back. You've been training, he questioned Naruto. Naruto did not answer though, as he poured more energy into his limbs and leaped towards the copy ninja. Kakashi dodged and released a lazy swipe to knock Naruto away, but his hand dodged, leaving him wide open as Naruto kicked right in his chest. At the last minute though, poof, the memories came back from the clone. The copy ninja looked toward his own hand. What just happened, he thought to himself, confused. How did his hand just miss Naruto? While that was taking place, inside the seal, purple energy radiated from the bars. It seems that the Ninetales was going mad. Laughter exploded outwards. Yes, more. Then crying, then roaring. The Ninetales was being affected in a way that, well, wasn't normal. It was changing him, affecting him, twisting and turning him, as the seal on Naruto's stomach was pulsating under his shirt. Time skip. Team 7 proved that they could work together, and that was all that Kakashi wanted. As Naruto slept that night, the seal on his stomach started to slowly fade. Not completely, but a part of it, going non-existent. Over the next following weeks, Team 7 fall into a remedy, where they work together, team training, practice, each of them having their own strength and differences. Sasuke was calmer, more relaxed. His desire to kill Itachi was still there, but the weight of it that kept him up at night, it was slowly vanishing away. Even Kakashi found himself feeling strange. He believed that it was the team that was helping him overcome a lot, because there was 2 members here that were really special. He found something to cling onto, to push away the empty feeling. His new team, which was helping him become a better sensei, and it shows, as he was truly focusing on their weakness and their strength. At the moment though, finally Sasuke said, something more interesting than chasing cats. They finally got a mission outside the village. Kazuna the bridge builder. However, their first trial was the demon brothers. They erupted like a geyser, tearing Kakashi apart. As Team 7 was in the thick of it, Sakura screamed as Sasuke moved kunai in hand. Naruto immediately spun around as one of them launched towards him. He did not think he'd just reach. The cursed energy ripped away from him faster than Naruto has ever done something like this before. Normally this wasn't a problem, maybe it was the quick way that Naruto did it. But it gave a split second of confusion toward the strange feeling that he felt, which allowed Naruto to jump and deliver a haymaker. The blow blasted him into a tree and break right through it. The other one, stunned by his brother's thrown form turn, which allowed Sasuke to jump. He slammed his heel under his chin, snapping his head up and jumped upwards, hitting him straight in the skull, knocking him out. Kazuna was stunned, yet he had complained about these children. But Kakashi's eye was on Naruto. Kazuna even found his voice to speak. What was that? Nothing, said Naruto. Just a normal punch. Then again, normal punches don't launch people through 2 trees, especially from someone so young. Kakashi had chopped it up to Naruto having a lot more powerful chakra. However, what he spoke to the Hokage about, the control that Naruto seemed to have, something that impressed them all. But they were wrong. They were wrong in so many ways. Unfortunately though, something much worse came up. As the mist thickened, as they traveled, when they got off the boat, Naruto could taste it in the air. It was bad. When the voice spoke within the mist, Kakashi of the Sharingan. Kakashi stood there rather calm. You see, Kakashi was a very kept together individual. Curse energy was very special. Sometimes it leaks slowly, depending on the person. And it didn't explode outwards. And it did not manifestate into anything. The curse energy that Naruto saw was perfectly controlled. That is why Kakashi has been feeling so lighter. The nightmares were almost non-existent. He was not haunted by the feeling of his past. Well, mostly now. He chalked it up to him being a teacher and accepting the past and moving on. But this was mostly because of Naruto and what he was doing. As Zabuza stepped forward, Naruto saw it. It was the first time that he actually saw it. Most people bury their emotions, bury their guilt and bury their pain. That tend to keep things in check, keep things stable, keep things balanced. What Naruto has been seeing so far was the first stage, the emotional fog. But there was a second stage, the pull towards pain. And the third, form. Zabuza Momochi has been through a lot, tied to his past. As Naruto could see it, what no one else could see, he could see it rather clearly. He was stunned, shocked. It was massive. With many limbs, it moved around Zabuza, attached to him like it was fusing with him. Zabuza could not see it. It was a curse. An actual fully formed curse. Naruto had been thinking about something like this. He wondered if the energy could come alive from what he's seen from Kakashi and Sasuke. He even had dreams like this. But it was the first time he was actually seeing something like this. Naruto was terrified. No other could see it. However, it looked at him. If he could peer into it, it could peer into him as well. You can see me, little human. Naruto froze as Zabuza attacked. As the two ninjas clashed, Naruto could not focus. It was not on the battle, it was the curse. It fed off Zabuza, guilt, his fear. It amplified his bloodlust with each swing of the blade. Despite not being able to see it, it was a big part of him. His own past, his own trauma. Naruto realized something, he could take it away. What was it but just a form of energy, solidify? He could do it. He thrust out his hand. The others weren't paying attention to him. The creature started to screech and turn and twist. Seeing what was going on, it started to slowly separate itself from Zabuza, moving towards him. Naruto's hand pulsed, and something happened. The creature body started to twist until it formed into a ball and flew towards him. Naruto grabbed it. Others could not see it, but he could see it rather well. What do I do with this? Naruto looked at it confused. However, an instinct took over. Before he knew it, he was swallowing it. The cursed energy twisted and turned inside of him and went silent. Laughter echoed in his mind from the beast behind the cage. The strange cursed energy found itself in the beast's domain. It looked around confused. That is when it saw it. Something moving in the shadows. The Nine Tails, if it was even still that, moved in as the shadows was all consuming. This was different. Zabuza immediately was affected, allowing Kakashi to overtake him. Brutal hits sent him into a tree. Kakashi was there to kill, but someone arrived. You see, unlike the others, this was able to get substance and form. It was able to solidify. So what Naruto did affected Zabuza gravely. For his entire life he has used cruelty to contain guilt. But now the cruelty, it stopped holding him together. A lot of things could happen. Emotional numbness, confusion, less aggression. He could finally confront the guilt. Or he could become hollow, directionless. But Naruto did not know that. As Haku took him away, moving off with him, leaving the vicinity, claiming that he was a so-called hunter nin. Time skip. They got to the town. The moment Naruto stepped foot inside, he could feel something wrong. That night, Naruto stepped out by himself. Following that feeling when he saw it, it surrounded the entire town, connected to itself like some kind of rope. It was colossal, a living nightmare. Its body was formed by smoke and solid. However, this one was far more intelligent. It saw him. Naruto looked up and saw its head. It had strange humanoid head that fused into one. All of the faces smile. Well, isn't this delightful? Its voice, barely, sounded human as it spoke, as if it was trying to transfix on his tone. It sounded like multiple voices speaking together. A human, able to perceive us. What are you? Said Naruto. This town had been through a lot. The citizens suffering, their pain, their anguish seemed to have gathered into one mass. It had formed into a cursed spirit. It laughed. It sounded like a screech. I am the despair of this town. Fear given form. Gato's tyranny. The hopelessness of broken dreams. I am eternal, little human. It leaned closer. And you cannot stop me. Naruto clenched his fists. I won't allow you to continue harming these people. He clenched his fists and moved towards it, aiming to remove it, just like what he did to Zabuza. As Naruto launched towards it, but as he could affect it, it could also. The force came down, smashing Naruto into the ground. To any other, it would look like something hit Naruto out of nowhere. It can hurt me. These things can hurt me, said Naruto. He started to actually panic. However, he steeled himself. He had to calm down. The next moment, the purple energy consumed him. The cursed energy started to spiral. Pathetic. You think you're a little Naruto pull. Not with his hand, but with his will. The cursed creature started to unravel. What? This is impossible. You're a human. It reached out towards him, but its limbs dissolved. I am a human, but I'm also something else, said Naruto. That's why I'm the only one that can see what you are. Naruto started to pull and pull. His eyes flashed purple. The curse tried to affect him mentally. However, it peeked behind the veil and it saw something terrifying. Its entire existence folded in on itself. Naruto collapsed down to the ground, breathing heavily, his hands trembling as he lay there. He took several deep breaths. He tried to control his breathing. The orb was on the ground. Naruto reached and picked it up. Perhaps the only way to get rid of it. He swallowed it. Similar to what happened to Zabuza, the massive creature seemed like a tiny insect to what was behind the veil. The next morning, unaware of the tragic battle that took place last night, despite knowing that Gato was still out there, something was different. Even Tazuna noticed. The environment, the people seemed different. Even Inari. Angry at first for them being here, but now he saw their purpose. They were trying to help him and his people. Everyone felt like a weight had been lifted off their shoulder. They couldn't understand it, they couldn't explain it. Over the next week, while Kakashi recovered from his battle, Naruto trained along with Team 7. He was getting stronger, faster, better in every single way. However, he felt something strange. He remembered the feeling from the night before. He tried to manifestate that feeling. And something started to form, but the next moment it vanished. He chopped it up to just his energy, moving erratically. Due to him pushing himself, he was late on the bridge. However, when Naruto arrived, he intercepted almost immediately. Sasuke with his newly awakened Sharingan. He was unable to keep up. Naruto did not hesitate to move in front of him. Once again, though it happened, Haku went to end this. There were so many needles, yet they curve. They move around and move past Naruto. Haku was confused. What? Naruto still did not understand it either. Naruto saw it though. Naruto could see the true Haku by the cursed energy seeping from him. He moved. His fists collided, forcing Haku to jump out. Haku was stunned as he was in mid-air. He broke my mirror with a punch. Naruto stepped on the shards, pushing off it, headbutting Haku, breaking his nose, as his head had broke right through the mass. Haku was stunned, his face exposed to the daylight. Naruto grabbed his arm and spun, dropping him into the bridge. The bridge cracked as he spat out blood. He tried to sweep Naruto's feet. Naruto flipped away. As Haku rised, Naruto grabbed his arm and pulled and uppercut him. He then slammed him into the railing. Haku felt his body breach against the metal, pain exploding through him in waves. As he lay there, "It's over," said Naruto. Sasuke was stunned. This was the first time he was actually seeing Naruto fight. They sparred before, but not like that. Was Naruto really that much stronger than him? Even Haku couldn't believe it. Naruto picked him up as he brought him in the mist. "Stop this or he dies." The battle paused. Naruto said, "Kakashi, I know you care about him. He's your partner." "You fool. Haku is nothing but a tool. Do as you must," Zabuza said, laughing. "Fine then," Naruto said as he drew his kunai and dragged it towards Haku's throat. He moved, leaving his posture open. Kakashi saw exactly what Naruto did. Naruto was smart, because Zabuza did care as he launched himself. Unfortunately for him though, Kakashi kicked his feet away as he took his eyes off the prize. Kakashi grabbed him by the face and smashed him into the railing. It stunned him where he was as Naruto tossed Haku to the ground. "Nice move," said Kakashi, praising Naruto on, allowing himself to be seen open for Zabuza to make his stupid choice. However, Gato arrived. There was a lot of them. Immediately Naruto saw it. Due to the quantity, he saw it slipping from them. Together, it twists together like a cancer. Just the energy though. "I can take it," Naruto thought to himself. Kakashi gazed towards the army. He could kill them all where they stood. He wouldn't allow them to harm his team. As Naruto slowly started to unravel the cursed energy, Gato felt it, but Naruto felt something else. As he was pulling and twisting, his mind was recalling that monster. As Naruto did something that he shouldn't, something that he wasn't really aware of just yet. Turns out that he cannot just take, he can transfer. The problem was, normal humans cannot handle cursed energy. When Naruto's eyes flashed purple, the energy spread into Gato and his man. It was too much. Gato started to buckle under the weight, his chest pounding, his eyes pulsating. He collapsed over, puking up blood. The unknown energy started to destroy him from the inside out. This was not Naruto's cursed energy. This was not Naruto's power that he was giving to him. It was the energy around Gato. Naruto was simply forcing it inside. Gato was too mentally weak to withstand it. Not to mention his defenses were too weak. As Naruto was able to break through them, Gato was not a competent ninja that had a good brain to truly withstand any mental backlash. After all, despite not even learning in many things, most ninja mind could keep up due to the high velocity of chakra coursing through them. But Gato was the opposite. Thus, despite not even knowing what he was doing, it became like an instinct, and it was easy. Naruto did not know what he was doing, but he knew that he was the cause. Gato had a heart attack. A few thugs fell as well, right beside him. The others, confused and scared, ran away. Kakashi saw a flash in Naruto's eyes. Just for a brief second. Having no reason to stay here, Zabuza and Haku got the hell out of there. As no one was truly paying attention to them, their mission was over. Kakashi moved to the corpse, seeing the strain and the pain on his face and the clutching of his chest. But he could swear maybe it was just a light, he thought to himself. The people arrived, Inieri bringing an army. Naruto had saved him and his mother from the thugs. They were heroes. They were heroes of the wave. They left the village. The bridge was even named after Naruto, as Inieri hugged him, thanking all of them for what they did. They returned feeling proud, feeling better. Time skip. 6 months. For 6 months after that, Team 7 pushed themselves. They evolved, they leveled up. Kakashi was different. The way he handled his team, the way he focused on their individual weakness. While Naruto was able to do similar things to, chakra manifestation by tapping into certain elements because of his strange evolution that was going on inside of him. He still could not do any advanced chakra manipulation or anything like that. But there were certain overlap that he could perform. But it was not needed though. The basics were down. The basics could be performed. The more time passed, the more the seal on his stomach started to fade away. And over the past 6 months, around 60% of the seal was already gone. Yet, to everyone else everything was normal, even to Naruto. He never really focused on the seal. Too busy focused on his training. Too busy getting stronger. As for the land of wave Naruto heard from Hiruzen, they were thriving. The bridge was open. The fog and cloud that used to overlap the village was gone. Naruto did not take any reward. He did not take his name being publicized for this, despite him doing more than just stopping the tyranny. To this day, they believe Gato had a heart attack. But due to Naruto lifting the fog, the people were more encourageable to listen to Inieri, to follow the child into maybe death. They did not hesitate. Thus, Naruto knew that more might come, others might show themselves. But since then though, when they've been on a lot of missions, Naruto hasn't seen any more cursed spirits, unaware of what is going on inside of him. As the time passed by, he refined the cursed energy, using it to more bolster his strength and speed, reflex, his perception of the world around him. However, he wasn't the only one that was changing. Zabuza Momochi was alone, as his eyes focused on the fire. Since the land of wave, something was different. A part of him felt different. A weight that was on him felt different. He betrayed the ones that believed in him a long time ago when he failed to kill the Mizukage. And instead of sticking around, he ran like the coward he was. He turned his palm over as he saw the scar that was given to him by the Mizukage. This is the choice. This is what he had to do. This is a choice that he had to make. To go back or to continue hollow. He just sat there. Zabuza-sama, are you okay? Haku arrived, noticing the look in his eyes. There are rumors that a rebellion forces is causing a rather nasty shift for the Mizukage and his loyalists. Really? Haku said, knowing the dream that was in Zabuza's heart, knowing his purpose, knowing what Zabuza truly desired. We're going back. He was surprised though. Sudden it was. He never expected so quickly. To the hidden miss? Yes. To finish what I started a long time ago. Haku had seen the changes since they did that mission. He didn't know what bring it on, but maybe it was for the best. His master looked much calm, much lighter now these days. Back at Konoha, Might Guy was the first to point it out. The change in Kakashi Hatake. Kakashi couldn't explain it. Maybe it was becoming a teacher. That is what changed him. That is what helped him. He didn't really know. However, that wasn't important right now. The Chunin exams. Sakura was a bit concerned, wondering if her strength was enough. Over the past 6 months, she's seen Sasuke and Naruto evolve far beyond what she expected, far beyond what she thought was even possible. But now here she was making her way. She was making her way to her sensei. She heard others speaking about the exam. It was Ino that told her that her team has been signed up. Given that Team 7 and her team has been there, at the same time she believed that she was going to be signed up as well. But she didn't want to hold the team back. She couldn't do that. Meanwhile, Naruto was making his way when he came across Konohamaru. He knew the boy, the third's grandson. When Naruto walked down the alley, Udon and Mogi saw him asking for his assistance. Konohamaru was being held in the ear by Kankuro, a young boy from the sand. Temari saw Naruto first. Seems there were quite a few good-looking guys in Konoha, she thought, smiling as Naruto approached. Konohamaru has seen Naruto quite a few times, as he was there a lot in the Hokage office. "What are you doing?" said Naruto. "Get out of here," Kankuro said. "I'm just teaching this punk a lesson, not to bump into people." "That's all?" "I'm sure he's sorry," said Naruto. "Would you mind putting him down? Unless you want to be my next target, I suggest you butt out of this." "He's a grandson of the Hokage," said Naruto. "Are you sure you want to do what you're about to do?" What? You think you can fool me, this little brat?" "Oh, he is. He's just too modest to tell you for some reason." "Kankuro, enough. Drop him. Even if he's not, you're causing trouble." "Fine." He said, dropping him to the ground. "But next time watch where you're going, you brat. Don't tell me what to do. You bumped into me as much as I bumped into you." "Oh, that's it." He reached for the thing on his back, but Temari grabbed his hand. "Are you an idiot? Do you realize what you're about to do? That temper of yours is gonna get you into trouble." He grumbled and slapped her hand away. "Fine. But someone should put these Konoha ninjas in their place," said the guy with the makeup. Naruto said, causing the children to laugh. That is where Kankuro truly lost it. However, Naruto's eyes was fixated on something else, as he heard Sakura's voice in the distance coming his way, but Naruto looked up. As he saw it, he swallowed thickly. Gaara was standing there. Sasuke also arrived as well, but none of them could see what Naruto see. Something was leeching onto Gaara. It was like fusing to his very skin, its body mimicking his own like a second layer of skin. It wasn't the sand though. It was a cursed spirit. Despite it being smaller, it was at least 10 times stronger than what Naruto had saw. Naruto's fingers, it twitched. One strange eye levitated from its skull. Its body was rasping and moving like water. As an eye formed, it focused on him. It's like when he saw them, they could see him, so Naruto looked away, wondering if he was strong enough to exercise that spirit. He didn't know. The presence was overwhelming, mixing with Gaara's bloodlust. Its form was not truly what it looks like at the moment. The interaction missed Naruto between the siblings focused on Gaara. But Gaara did notice Naruto there was something different about him. He wanted his name. Naruto did not look at the spirit as it seemed to relax back into Gaara. After the introduction, they parted. "Are you okay?" Sakura asked. "Yeah, I'm fine," said Naruto. "Let's go." as he headed to meet Kakashi. But Naruto watched Gaara as he made his way off, knowing that he had to do something. As Naruto made his way, laughter echoed within the seal once again. Around 70% had been reduced now, vanishing away, and something started to erupt from the bottom of the bars, as the seal was going away completely, and this was causing some triggering effects. Blue eyes open up, bright and dark blue. Consciousness awakened inside of the seal, as a red hair sway. Naruto believed that he was the first one. He believed that he was the first and only with cursed energy. In a way he was, and in a similar way he was not. It was hard to explain. However, someone knew this. Thus, when those dark blue eyes opened up and that red hair sway, she whispered, "Cursed energy, my son." But guys, be end so right here. If you want to see the next part, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. But I'm off for now. See you guys soon. Peace.